Greetings, 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 and welcome to Cinema Night Entertainment. I need to find a better way to crop my camera. So that side, because if I change the window, yeah, it just changes the size. Oh well, deal with it. It's frustration on my part, not anything you have to worry about. Anyway, well, unless you don't like seeing my face, in which case, or the wall next to me. It's pretty plain right now. Alright. Let's get back into the facility. So we're about to head into the lab. So real quick, before we do that, we're gonna change our outfit. We're gonna look like nice, clean, labby boys. Do I want to wear a lab coat? Yeah, let's do lab coat. And with the lab, we'll do... I mean, I could do my beat-up group, but we'll worry about that more later. Black skirt, no. Black pants. Nah, we'll go with the white pants. We'll look clean. We looked dirty in the beginning, then we turned into a maintenance man, but we're here. Go to our ID card, and we can now be a part of Research Division with the clean badge. Still got a rocket ship tie. Oh yeah, and we can get rid of the porn stash. Blup, we've had a chance to shave. I mean, we could go like fancy beard, full beard, fancy stash, mutton chops. No. Gonna go back to my character's standard appearance and then enter the facility. Load game. El Nomado. One of the people on my Discord has been getting to see me in all stages of this as I've been going. So, yeah, it's been a thing. Alright, we did need to make more nets. So I would like to have some in my inventory. They're still useful things. We'll make just 2. We don't need a whole lot. No, they don't take up a whole lot of room. It's basically 1 and a reload from nothing. As always, clear out the goals. People. Richard Moyer. Thule. That should make that happy. Registry. The carbuncle. The guys who make this game really need to fix that part. Alright. So. What are my needs? It's only 10 o'clock at night, so we're pretty much gonna chill until it's daytime. Let's drink some peas. Drink some peas. To pass time, let's go kill a dude. We want the radiation suit on that. And... Hi, dude. I was gonna use you for infinite ammo. You didn't show up one time.
All vacant perforations. Resetting in 3, 2.
Okay, there's his body.
1.
It's about to be like, did I launch him off the edge? Poor guy. Alright. So everything's reset, so we can get all the resources we want in the dimensions. Including the train. The train is reset. That was a good thing. Still got that guy wandering around out there. So these things, what they do, is when you grab one, you can have it in your inventory, and you can eat it. They give you a little bit of food, a little bit of water, and you've called the fog. It may arrive if conditions are right. So in the morning, we may have a fog event. But, yeah, it's a decent way to get that stuff going. Rest for shiz and gigs. Our last couple nights in this base. I know that I just recorded the last video. But if you have any suggestions for base that meet the criteria, I'm going to go for it. Otherwise, I'm going to go to a place that is going to be, people will know that it's next to the Kiz Cola machine. That's my next goal. 340. I can probably start moving. Alright. One of the things that is next is one of the most annoying anomalies in this game, but it's one of the few that you can contain. Like, you can contain those spirits that wander around, you collect them in glass, and they're contained. They're away. Are you back? Nope. There, and then there's 091. My least favorite in this game. And you'll see why. It can be funny in multiplayer. That much I promise you. That can be funny. 091 can be funny in multiplayer. But that's about it. I mean, some of these things are terrifying. Some aren't. Some are neat. Some are boring. It all depends on how much you like whatever it is you're looking at. Alright, so we're back here. Let's go to the synchrotron, which we can get directly to from the other area. I don't know, I went the long way. Partially because it was nighttime. Probably may have been my thinking, or I forgot about it. So something you can do, trick by the way, if you jump, crouch, and then do the roll, I mean, you can be like me and hurt yourself, but it also has other benefits. It's a little faster, and there's some people who like run, and it's a way to get them to lose less. So here it is. This is the black hole, what it all destroyed. Went all the way up there, it took out a little bit over there, like it was a circle of doom. And let's actually go. Anything over here? Of course not. And of course, some of the rubble fell down. Structures aren't designed to suddenly have entire sections of them disappear. All right.
Warning. The safety rating of this sector is now -4.
And let's see if it becomes fog.
This sector via the main
I really hope not.
tunnel.
It's going to make this next section really creepy. Should have thought about that for the Fugiri. Loading the next section and all kinds of... There we go. Now, it's just mistier here. FYI.
Janet, you always say my science is out of control.
Hey.
This project is different. I feel more in control than I've ever been.
Yeah, Abe.
Are you sure about this, Abe?
Of course I'm sure, Janet.
Do you remember the pocket dimension? I remember the pocket dimension.
This is completely different.
Doing
We're fighting
science in
fire
there.
with fire. Ments never let me try this, but if I can just bootstrap the neural array, I should be able to...
Aha!
Oh no. Janet,
Oh my god, it's loose.
run, Janet.
So yeah. This begins the introduction to the electropests and the pest teleporter. Alright. Now that we've done that little cutscene. So we came up through a hole down here into this is the tram line. This tram actually runs multiple spots, but we don't have access to it yet. Even though this is indeed a tram station. There's a dude over there, an electropest. Not sure why they haven't noticed each other, but they haven't. I'm getting a little radiated because, of course, I was close to one of those mother truckers. No matter what you do, they get ahead of you. All right, now let's finish getting this little section right here. Yeah, that thing broke all the glass.
This is Dr. Mance.
Dr.
If you had
Mance.
asked me 5 years ago what our chances of using the perforation system as a stable travel network were, I would have assumed I was
And
talking to
broken
an
fence.
imbecile.
We don't want to go over there yet.
Such a
We want to
network
come right
seems within our
here.
grasp. The T3 unit, or the dark lens they're calling it, has proven exceptionally successful.
All right.
There are few places on Earth we cannot access under stable
To
conditions.
do this right,
And finally, we can create stable conditions of say our ambitions have extended far beyond their origins. Far beyond.
What we're going to do is we're going to try to get a little bridge up here, and I think I can, oh, if I don't fall and confuse the game. This is, oh no. Well, package that, and package this. That works. Plus side of getting stuck behind your own creations. So can I get that a little further up? Nope, that's not gonna work. All right. So we're trying to get up to that doorway, which is kind of convoluted. May take us a moment to do it. I don't remember exactly how I did it previously, so we're going off of hopes and dreams here. I've done it a couple times now, and I always forget how to do it. So the beginning of this episode gets to be a fun and exciting journey into construction. Is this going to let me do 3 of them? I don't think so. I think it's going to be limited by... Yeah, no. Not going to be high enough. Alright. So let's try it just here by the edge, as close as we can. Doesn't have to actually be stable. It has to have the game think it's stable. That's a thing, right? Okay, we're gonna get one of you as close to the as we can. I'm gonna get you, lock in. And that's not gonna let me do that there. And I can't build on that. And the wall is right there. Nope, that's gonna hurt. Yep, that's broken leg. Alright. Let's see. Maybe if I try from here, go on a side path. There we go. That'll let me do this. That's a slide, and that's gonna hurt most likely. Yep, that hurts. All right. Can I get to here? Yes. All right. We have. This is one of the things I was thinking of possibly using as a base. It's kind of hidden. It's got a power plug. But most importantly, down over here, it has Pet Rock. We now have a Pet Rock, which weakest skill receives increased experience gain. It does stack with other XP gangs, but it used to be an item that you had to turn into the trinket. So it's an up and down process. But there we go. Alright, we now need to continue traveling with my broken legs, because I got rid of my splint earlier. Worse things have happened. Alright, open a door, because I prefer to walk freely in my facility. Yes, my facility. I take ownership of it. It's mine. And now enter the Leyak 091. It is a pain. I hate it. I hate it so much. See it, report it. Now we are randomly going to be getting hunted by that thing. Analyze. Get myself an X-ray tower. It's the only way to fight the Leyak. for now. We have a Pit of Doom below us. Yeah, I know, my leg's broken. Here, you know what? We're gonna fix up at least the damage to our legs, not the brokenness of them, but the condition of our legs. That will cause the leg to heal up a little bit better, a little bit faster, even without proper medical care. Come on. There we go. Let me pick up the briefcase. Alright. There's that, and we now have a radioactive item here. So we're gonna, well, put our suit on, grab the Leyak essence. Can I make pink paint? Yay! There's Dr. Mance. He's going to tell us a little bit about the Leyak.
IS-091 is the most intense AV candidate we've ever encountered. Despite its appearance, it's a transcorporeal entity of some kind, invulnerable to any of the physical deterrents we've tested so far. Walls, doors, shielding do nothing to impede it. Intriguingly, it only appears to a single viewer at one time.
Meaning, playing multiplayer, it only hunts one dude.
That's dubious knowledge. He identified it in the field and then followed it back here.
It's radioactive.
Began materializing in the facility, looking for him like a lost puppy.
Alright. Now also while we're here, we're going to come up here. And we're going to come across an email terminal and a teleporter. Which we have now turned on. Email, reminder to all containment staff, ba-da-da-da. Help, ba-da-da-da-da. Get rid of it, ba-da-da-da-da. This is about the angry table. Hate-inducing table, sorry. But we have a teleporter that we can go, ironically, back and forth to our base. Meaning we can put down the radioactive stuff and we can splint ourselves. So, yay. Now, I believe medical is... No, it's not. Throwing is our lowest. Alright, we're going to equip the pet rock anyway. And then we're going to consume our bandage here. Splint our leg. This is what the pet rock does. I'm going to equip this. I'm going to put away the Leyak essence in the crate. We do need those. Just not this moment. Pink paint. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. Tools. Yeah, the pink paint. So Leyak essence, some solder, and, of course, glue. Papa. The X-ray tower. That is our only defense. We need carbon. Quantum glass. Keyboard and lab burner. Nope. Projection matrix. It's an expensive item, but now the Leyak can appear anywhere and can come towards you, and the only warning you get that it's coming is it'll start going, and it gets near you, and it will think. So now we can actually grind XP a little bit faster with the throwing, because it's the lowest, until it gets up to medical. And then both medical and it will have that. So we're gonna do this real quick here. Won't take us that long. Our fortitude's actually at the same level too, so when we get it up, all of these can get the bonus XP from the pet rock. Be it we've taken enough damage that the fortitude's going to be a thing. And this is what I did to get the skill up to where it's at now. Just can be a little closer. Doesn't matter. It's the fastest way. Your stamina will be at nothing, but it will always let you throw the net, at least right now. I can't run. I can't do a bunch of other stuff. I think my jumping... No, jumping is still fine. How much XP do we actually need? Not much. We can get up a level. shortly. Come on. Gotta be almost there. Now, the way at least it seemed to work when they first updated it, because it used to just be a generic XP gain. Instead of the low, throwing is now level 3. Now, in theory, this should still give me XP for all 3 of these skills, to throwing, to fortitude, and to first aid. I'm not terribly worried about those right now. And I'm actually going to unequip the pet rock. Put my potato back in its place. But there you go. That is the skill grind. Let's put away our stuff. You know, I'll put the coffee mug away there. We'll put the pet rock away there. But yeah, that also counts as an Easter egg that we're going to go. The trinkets are not necessarily going to be a part of the move rules. The bobbleheads and whatnot. And the pet rock is one of them. It's a unique item. You can't get another. It is its thing and its thing alone. I've got too much crap in here. So I can't put my bullets down. Looks like the bullets are coming in here. And put away the bullets. Take off the radiation suit. How was my... You know, we're going to eat some figiri. We made it. We've pretty much guaranteed that we're going to get a event, a fog event tomorrow. You know what? It gives us water too, so... The plate that comes out of nowhere... I'm a little surprised they don't require you to have a piece of plastic or something. That really does not do much for my water, does it? But yeah. We still don't have a map of the lab area, so we don't need to get there. That's the trick. It was decided 24 hours of finding a lamp. It sounds real windy right here. Is that open? Is that one? No. Now the Leyak can spawn anywhere at any time around you, and it will unerrantly move towards you. It does have the modification of it can't go through walls of the facility, but if I were to set up a barrier, it can move through it just fine. And now the parking garage. And we find our first security card. Requires a hot wire kit. Good to know. There's the stuff up there with the teleporter. It's that way to the heavy depot. Yeah, a lot of vehicles right here. I'm not sure why there's so many right there, but there is. We have a base. We don't hear any radio crackles. We don't hear any action. There must be a reason for that. Go to the restroom after eating all that sushi. We're not going to be grabbing a whole lot of materials unless it's something new. Oh, look at that. You're dead already. Dead already. Dead. Blood everywhere. It's almost like something sneakily moved in and killed them one by one. Fucking Leyak. Alright, email terminal. Go ahead and use you. Pardue, blah blah blah. Yeah. They knew what they were looking for. Ammo we will grab. Probably shouldn't, but I will. There's more ammo there. I'll grab it later. Still no match. We got to check in.
Check-in approved.
We are officially in the lab. So, again, you know, I'll take the money. That does not take up any inventory space. Got 179 bucks in our pocket. Woohoo! Hear a TV playing there. Wildlife pens and particle lab that way. The C blocks and adjustment are this way. Alright then. Got a door that's gone. Inconvenient door. And this opens up to right here. Alright. So. Oh, legs can open doors too. Walls, they get stopped by, but doors, they will just open. And here's the actual facility for containment. Although it looks like some of the things are not as contained as they probably should be. I wonder what happened. It's almost like the base got invaded, or the facility. Alright. Continue exploring around. This is where you're going to get a lot of your info on this game. And these things have yet to be filled, and they're still waiting for stories and suggestions, I believe.
You look familiar.
It's Thule. With a bunch of coffee cups.
Oh, it's you.
You're right.
I came through the hole some maniac blasted in manufacturing. Obviously, I was planning on getting through the vacuum chamber to the surface elevator. But it's covered in some muck. Typical.
That.
I suppose they'll have something to deal with that in the containment block, but the place is completely locked down.
It never ends. You are such an optimistic dude.
Really need a coffee.
Can never get into that little security office. He has now given us designs for the next things we're looking for. Okay, well, pest teleporter, let's get that set up. The ones that don't give you options are easy, of course. My favorite. Okay, under power. The brain sink. We can hook up a human brain and a memory brick, and I'm assuming a power cell and an air compressor. Boom, brain sink. That's multiplayer use only, really. The keypad hacker itself. We need the two, which we have. We need some quantum glass. We don't know how to make that yet. And a memory brick, which is going to require a jailbroken PCU, or thing. A fan, definitely. Not car battery. It's gonna be electronic scrap. And liquid crystal, I bet. Alright. One of those. Alright, memory brick. So yeah, we got a new goal. We still don't have a map for this section. We'll find one eventually. And let's continue our exploration. Nope. Dead bodies. Lots.
They destroyed it.
They destroyed it. Hi, Dr. Newman. And, yep, nothing over here.
You know what this is, don't
This
you?
is where the thing that
Darklings.
controlled all of their
Core
portals.
of our perforation research. Or it was.
I'd
It
heard
was.
rumors of a threat. There are always rumors. But this is insane.
So that's a robot.
They killed everyone, then removed the lens.
It wakes up just by getting close to it.
Without, how are we supposed to control the portals? They could appear anywhere.
I may not have the ability to defeat this bad boy right now.
Do they realize what they've done?
I'm gonna try. Mostly because I'm pretty good with the scrap shot. And you can choose it on the railing here. Alright, this is going to take a little bit of concentration. Alright. Here's a plan. We can take this down. It's going to hurt a little bit, left and right. And if we get lucky, it won't. These things have a special attack where they will grab you and put you in containment. You can't fight back. So if we brought enough scrap shot ammo, we got this bad boy. We're filthy. There's a much easier way to defeat them, but right now, this is what we got. Alright, we'll use a little bit of pistol here. Reload, thank you. Yeah, our rifle's running out of ammo. Or not ammo, but condition. These are actually some of the toughest robots in the game until much later. They're not the scariest, they're not the most powerful, but they are the most robust. We got him! Take that. I will get the free soda and apparently some radioactive soda. And we're, of course, going to break him down for materials. Yeah! One thing that we need to make that hacking thing is complete. Rapier, scrap, and I am an utter mess. Utter mess. Alright. But we do need a keypad 3 clearance. We need high intensity chemical burn. It's gunky. Come around here. We're about to run into everybody's favorite enemy. If you notice, it actually couldn't stay invisible when I was near it. Except for apparently its death animation. We got a bucket, we got that. This is most likely locked. Yep. Cannot open the door from that side. Whew. Alright. Nope, there's the Leyak. And you get it to disappear just by looking at it. It'll eventually disappear. It didn't even get close enough to start making noise at me. It would have sucked if that thing had come behind me in the middle of fighting the robot. I'd be dead. And that thing is sneaky enough that, yeah, it's a problem. Don't need the fire extinguisher. This room here is where I said it's got special attack. It picks you up. It'll dump you in here. Each of those robots have a place where they dump people. And we have the creeping crystal. And we have the labs proper that way. How is my... I'm tired. And I'm filthy. And it's about to be nighttime. Going back to base. Still haven't found a map. So it's not required to move yet. Don't worry, we will. And we're going to use the teleporter to go home. Because as I've stated, it is close. It's right up there. We'll be stopping momentarily. Apparently I just now got the dark lens. That's weird. But yeah, our base is no longer safe. At any time, this mother trucker can just come in and be like, I ruined your day. You can run away from him and he'll eventually still disappear. Like, it's not a complete screw job. It's just very close to being one. I'm gonna miss you, little base. Apparently I get a little bit more of you. Because I still have... We're gonna have to turn off the fog event in the morning anyway. Might as well continue eating this stuff. I mean, most of our food's gonna spoil anyway. But I gotta start getting a plan together of how I'm gonna get that all the way to the lab. That's gonna be interesting. But it is what it is. Alright. Let's get some normal water and wash ourselves. Blah, 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 blah. We'll drink. All those needs are full. Let's take a naparoonie. And voila. One of the few things that we're going to need at the new base is going to be the toilet, because I don't think there are toilets nearby it. But we're going to have a constant source of food, and water will be close by. It's not the world's worst spot. Not the world's best spot, but it's not the world's worst spot. Okay, let's put away the radioactive cola. And let's repair our stuff up. Boom, boom. 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 Hey, the loot we got from the robot was enough. What are you? Under gate, under the registry, Electropest, 0513, the Leyak. I hate you. Creeping Crystal, that should be all that. Of course, people. Eleanor Newman, should be enough. Locations. The laboratories that we have found. And the dark lens. And we've got a new goal in the lab that I need to take a look at. Probably, yeah, make it to the labs. There's no escape in the labs. They don't think there's going to be an escape in the labs. It's just, hey, this is a place that will be in your way. Stack up all my loot. And I got a couple sodas, which I'll put away in here. I forgot I had frickin' grenades. Let's get that in the inventory. I probably could have used those to great effect there. Ah! Scared myself by knocking stuff off my table. Alright. Yeah, this is going to be a definite more of... we're gonna need more of those makeshift batteries, so... Don't know how to make either of those, don't have the materials. But we have the ability to make enough air compressors to keep that going. What do I need? More reinforced hoses. Okay. Making 10 screws. Such frustration. And then we're gonna make 10 reinforced hoses. Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. And then we're gonna go back to the air compressor, which we're gonna make 4 of these. Pardon me. Which means under our power, we're going to be able to make a maximum number of these. Alright. We now have a whole lot of industrial batteries that I've got an extra plug somewhere, don't I? I thought. Or am I literally using it all up? Yep, literally using them all up for stuff.
For what do you seek?
Where are you, Marion? There you are, Marion. You're a little weird. I'm gonna use... There should be a outlet over here somewhere. Nope, not here. You know what? That's fine. Don't want to put in there. Enemies sometimes spawn in there. Ha! And that's why I'm using all my power spots. But we can do this. All right. Just plop you here. And this should give a lot of power to our new base. And instead of you being hooked up there, we're going to go to, yeah, connect you through the circuit here. The more batteries in a circuit together, the less they charge up a little bit. So, it's going to take them a minute, but that is going to be the most securely powered Symphonous Scarecrow probably in the history of Abiotic Factor. 6 in the morning, definitely need to potty.
What?
I don't desire anything from you right now. Well, has your trade started up again? Have you got any new objects? Let's check. Nope. Just the same old, same old. I think it's hilarious that he'll take a healing syringe for pens. Don't think so. 10 bandages for a thing of porcelain shards. If we had another Symphonous head, we could change it for another porcelain key, but we don't really need those. And 1 tiny gear can become 4
We have
reinforced
no
hoses.
further
The
business.
safety rating of this sector is now -4.
That is probably one of the only uses for those little gears. I mean, they've got a couple things. But if you want to be efficient with trading,
And successful day.
Marion will do it, man. Marion will do it. Alright. You've not pooped. Got a lot of poop. Eat. Oh. Oh, I used some. Okay, that makes sense. Jailbroken CPU. Alright. That was necessary for you, which still requires the projection matrix, which I don't know how to make. So, for right now, I'll put you in here. Alright. Bye, Marion. Why did I go that way? I got a teleporter to where I'm going. And
Air quality bulletin.
that's why I was going that way. I knew that we were going to have fog happen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dang nabbit. That's fine, though. It's nice to take the occasional trip in the fog, right? Right. And sneak at the tram station as always, because Jerky McJerkface is gonna be here. Oh, he saw me. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna let you do your thing. As long as you don't attack me, we're good. You'll drop scrap and crap around. Like, those guys are as close to my mentality as anything else. There's going to be a Symphonous wandering around over there, which I have zero interest in dealing with. Boop. Get my crowbar 2.0 ready. It's a weapon, not a tool. But it you know. No, really? Alright. Meh. Terminate. No more forgery for me. We had a bunch of the fish, so it worked, but very little interest in keeping that going. One of my trepidations with this whole Nomad challenge is the fact that so many of these resources you can get again. Like, I've been having to think of, like, what is the bare minimum that you need to get a next base set up somewhere, etc., etc. And it's made some of our resource gathering a little bit more picky, which is hard for me. I'm a loot goblin. All right, go away, all right? That's right. Go the fudge away. Nobody likes you, tunnel rat. It's been fun figuring it out, though. No idea what the next challenge I'm going to figure out for this game is, or what I'm going to play afterwards. I'm figuring the full game will be out before I even get there, given the rate that I'm doing this. We'll see, though. I mean, it looks like we've gotten to a lot of the facility right now, doesn't it? Looks can be deceiving. As time goes on, the worlds that we explore are going to get bigger and bigger. I mean, I don't think we're doing poorly by any means. We got a nice movement, and in fact, I'd probably say I've moved faster than I have on multiplayer servers that I've done. And some other things, with the occasional exception of having a lot of extra resources. But that's not the name of this game. Yeah, through here. Keeping an eye out for the Leyak. See if it comes around a corner. It's just going to murder me. And let me tell you, it loves to just come around corners. So it'll hit a wall and it'll slide along it. Next thing you know, boom, Leyak in your face. Alright. You're up here. We went around everywhere but over there. I'll get to that later. Hey, we got another thing here. A lot of paint. Yellow paint. Nope, I'm not gonna. I hear the leg. There it is. Alright, we're gonna try to get its attention. Come on. And it will just damage you. It'll eventually disappear as well. At least I'm pretty sure it will. What happens if I go down the elevator? Will it get locked? It may have disappeared. We're gonna find out. I got far enough away. Got this guy's attention. But yeah, that's the Leyak. It's a jerk. I just looked at the time. So I know exactly where I'm going. So we're gonna set it up so the next stream is gonna be the next base. So on the second level here, we've got all this stuff we looked through. That's where the crystals were, and we came around. Then you come around here. Here are the wildlife pens.
Janet, wait for me.
And we're hearing people. We found a map. Do-do-do. Which means we now have 24 to finish out this area. And this is where I'm planning my base.
Oh,
Talk to them.
Janet got us back into labs, and we had a plan, although it didn't quite work out. Now, we've got,
We got a new plan.
But first,
I love
we
Abe.
need to get into the containment block and access our equipment.
We got a car
you know
here.
it, they've revoked our security clearance.
This area
because
here.
Who needs it during an emergency? I
There is
suppose
a
we could
plug
head back
over
to
here.
office sector,
It's
down
just
that
the
way,
one
and
there
hope Warren's
and
got
the
a plan
one
to save
in
us.
here.
But that's about as likely as Thule winning a Nobel Prize. We've got to find some other way into the containment block, or this is the end of the road.
Okay. While we're here, I'm going to open up some stuff. Notice how it has forklift access. Well, we're at a ramp here. I'm going to keep going. That does not lead anywhere yet. We'll explore this area a little more. I think, do I have enough to hack this? 2 clearance. Okay. Important. We need at least level 2. And we're at the offices again. Hack another one. It is officially 11 a.m. So we will have till 11 a.m. tomorrow to get this ready. Let's summon forth the tram here. Ugh. Alright. I don't know what all I'm going to need. This is going to be rough. Going back down to basically no resources again. But you know what? That's the thing. So at least always have the ability to get back to Flat Hill from the tram system. Or from the area of the base we're making. And this. Now, like I said, previously, give me suggestions for base. I'm doing this. Meets my, suggestions for a base is it needs power, and it needs an NPC next to it. Really, that's what's going on here. Okay, I'm gonna pick you up, and let's get you into the forklift. All right. These I can take out because I'm not going to need them. Oh, the decisions of what to take. This is rough. Okay. I know I'm going to need a crafting bench. Boom. That's my crafting bench that I've been slowly upgrading. I do want 9mm ammo, and we're gonna keep the shotgun ammo with this too. 1 security pistol. Don't need the rest of this. Now, most of this stuff here is gonna end up destroyed. Sad but true statement. And we want our industrial batteries. Pretty much all of them. That one is not full. Okay, okay. This is gonna be uglier than I thought. Okay, we'll have access to another fridge, I'm pretty sure. If not, we can find one in Flat Hill. Coffinus crate. Yeah, we don't need any of this stuff. I will take... Nope, I can get more. I can get more of those. There's where my mugs are. I do want my Meteora medley. We're going to eat some of our other random food to help keep us going. We're going to want this barrel. It's going to be one of the last things I grab, though. Prep table. That'll only has a normal battery. These. I am now very curious as to what will happen. But we want our good farm plot. We're going to need it for various things. Let's fill it real quick from this. If I put this down, will the plants that are on here reappear? Nope. They are gone. Meaning that we're going to need seeds. Which we have access to seeds. We can get the seeds again. That's not a big deal. There's that. The ammo. The farming plot. And I did the wrong thing and dumped the water out, not added water. Fill. I can't fill it that way. I can dump it out that way, but I can't. Okay, you know what? Fine. We're going to do it like this. And we're going to grab a bucket. Grab you back up. And put you in here. Alright. Let's refill up the bucket. Actually, hold on. We're going to be operating out of bucket here. Container's full. We want the Symphonous Scarecrow. Thank you. I've already grabbed all of the major batteries that we've got there. They're relatively expensive on the resources to make, so they're almost a requirement to get everything across here. Alright. This is going to be rough. Alright. Put the bucket in here. Alright. I don't need any of this. I would like to have one fog lantern. Oh god, that became such an important trading item later. Those I'm worried about later. The bed I want. I no longer have a respawn point. You are correct. Yeah, all this stuff's going to get destroyed by everything that's going to spawn in shortly. I don't have to find a couch to get that going. There might be one there, but I might break them all. So I want to have a bed. That's important. You know what? I'm actually going to ditch. Okay. You get rid of. You get rid of. You get rid of. I'm dropping them on the floor instead of. You know, I don't care. Sort of view. I want all my trinkets. I find this to be very important to my cause. Although the Easter egg one of the potato is going to, not potato, the pet rock is going to stick there. All right. These are expensive. Wood is not. These are expensive. We want the duct tape. Soil for new planting is gonna almost be a requirement. I'm gonna keep my scrap shot ammo that I have left, not that I have a lot of it. Heavy things go away. The reinforced hoses, they're just expensive items, and they're still useful for a lot of the game, so they're going there. I need my repair bench, and I want my hazard crate. I don't actually need everything that's in here, but I want the hazard crate. I'm going to put on my radiation suit. Be smart about this. Repair and salvage station, thank you. My industrial batteries I'm using in here, thank you. Let's grab these and at least one portable stove, thank you. Both of these. I'm gonna need the heat. for the next planting, which means I'm also going to need to remember to bring a nice light source. I never realized how much stuff is in your base, so you got to move it. That's heavy. That's that. It's radioactive, but not all that bad. The ammo I can probably carry on me. That's going to be light. At least we'll have some beginning storage, because you can store things other than radioactive, but these also both hold radioactive, so that's a good sign. Okay. I don't need the peccary skulls. I'll get more of those over time. So, boom, boom. I need the Leyak essence for now, because I'm going to need a bunch of that later. I really hope the Leyak itself doesn't come after me while we're doing this. And got the barrel. Oh! A siege event when I'm moving my base. I don't have a base game. Like, I don't have a tunnel here. What are you gonna do for the siege event? That's gonna be interesting. The one power cell by itself, I'm just gonna go ahead and also just put away. Sort these out. Where's my soup? There's my soup. Okay, we can consume this. And we can get a little bit more meaty stew. We can take a nap on the couch. I feel like I'm forgetting something important right now. But I do need...
I believe I need to
defecate. Yeah, well, we're going to use an official bathroom on that. And those things are going to float there. Oddly enough, a lot of them don't float. Those float. A lot of things just, like, smash into the ground. I wonder if it got the poop from the toilet, too. Oh, we don't need that much of the soil, because we can make our own slowly over time with the porta potty. I thought I grabbed several bags. Well, there's one stack. That's it, apparently. We need the porta toilet. See what happens when I package it. Loot spill bag. Yep, there's the poop. I said those can all be picked up later. There's 2 more bullets. I can add that to my stack. Medical supply. Fuck, medical supplies. Don't need the kids' cola. 5 pills. Fill up my stack of bandages, and I don't have any. Bandages are cheap. Splints are not. Do I have any room left? I have no room left. This is gonna be my conversion. I can take less food. Where'd my pet rock go? That's a trinket. That's a Easter egg, so I don't need that. Okay, okay, that's fine. It's the one thing we're allowed to... I don't feel like any of these are rare enough items that I can't find more. Oh, the silver scrap. I can make more scratch shot ammo. Yep. Need the silver scrap. I I hear the Leyak. I don't know where it is, but I hear it. There he is. I don't like you, buddy. I don't want you to start wheezing in my general direction. Thank you. Well, we got a siege incoming, but... yeah. Let's go. Bye, everybody. It's been a nice time living in this place. And... this way. I do want to be on the upper level, though. Son of a biscuit, come on. Yeah, the only bases we have, or the only benches we have, are the ones we've got set up to make that area safe. And I don't want that to get us sacked by a siege. Oh, shit. That's blocked off. Can I get... I hope I can get through the doorway. Come on. Forward! I can. Alright, we're good. We can make it to our base. Don't flip. Don't flip. Wait, I didn't want to take the upper level. You know what? Shit. It's the lower level that goes straight through. Pardon me. And I'm getting stuck on walls. Yeah, okay. Back to the lower level. Game lever is gonna load. I thought I got confused about that. It's because I normally don't take the upper level. And there's a reason why I don't take the upper level. This thing's got surprisingly good turning. Alright. Vroom vroom. Alright. Turn around. Through here, just gonna leave to the main area. We'll be going by the security robot, which the door scared me because it hadn't loaded away. So really leaving a path of radioactive particles behind us. Alright. I was using the ramp to use the ramp, game. So let me use the ramp. Come on. Up the ramp. Yeah. And we have made it to our home sweet home. But that is going to be next time. Go in here to admin. Remember, everybody, I'm trying to get to 100 followers, or subscribers in this particular case. Please, if you enjoyed yourself. Nope, stay. Gotta do my little steps. There's an enemy approaching me, literally right over there. Alright, buddy. I get to be wholly... You gonna fight, or you're just gonna try to keep shooting me? You're gonna keep trying to shoot me. Yeah, leave me alone. Admin, force world save, back, and we're gonna have to deal with this craziness probably shortly afterwards, but we'll deal with it. Couple steps.
If you have any...
Leave game. Anyway, be awesome. Send a like. I suck at outros. You all know this by now. All right. Bye.